Hi everyone, Stan Shields here. I'm here to bring you a short list of some of my favorite festival hits and award winners from recent years. I hope you'll check them all out, but before we get started, I want to remind you to keep checking back for more of our virtual programming on our website. Just go to siff.net/virtual and you can find more content there as it's announced. So the first film I would like to mention is a Swedish film called Sammy Blood, which is directed by Amanda Kernel. It's a beautifully realized drama about a young indigenous girl who's growing up in 1930s Sweden. And she's sent off to a boarding school in the city where she's forced to decide whether or not to break ties with her family and culture in order to fit in. And it's a really strong film. It won the 2017 official competition at SIFF, and it features a breakout performance from newcomer Lene Cecilia Sparrow, who won the Golden Space Needle Audience Award for Best Actress that year. I think it's a quietly stunning and powerful film that's imbued with this wonderful sensitivity, and I highly recommend it. Next up, I want to talk a little bit more about another award winner, which is Sandstorm, which is an Israeli film directed by a woman with a wonderful name of Elite Zexer. It was the Grand Jury Prize winner in 2016 for New Directors, and Elite Zexer herself was the runner-up for Best Director in that year's Golden Space Needle Awards, and the film itself went on to become Israel's official submission for the 2017 Academy Awards. And it's a striking drama about two Bedouin women, a teenager and her mother, who, when we meet them, seem to have all of the things that we would consider hallmarks of a very independent modern life. The daughter has her own cell phone, she has driving lessons, she hangs out with her friends, and just does all the things that any other teenage woman would do. And then suddenly the patriarchal traditions of the village are forced upon each of them by the village leaders. And that whole situation causes them to make some really surprising choices in this really top-notch film. It's sumptuously shot, it's got great costuming, incredibly layered performances all around, and it's highly recommended from me. Another film from New Directors I'd like to do a quick shout out to is The Extraordinary Journey of Celeste Garcia, which is a Cuban film directed by Arturo Infante. It was the Grand Jury Prize winner in 2019. And it's this wonderfully quirky film about a Cuban planetarium guide and former school teacher who's chosen by aliens to be part of a small group of Cubans who will then move to their planet. It's something to be seen. It uses this really clever sci-fi premise as a jumping off point and then evolves into both a teasing satire of Cuba's bureaucracy as well as a more intimate story about Celeste's personal reawakening. It's a really distinct and original film, and I think you should check it out. Next up, I want to talk about something that is always dear to my heart ever since I saw it, which is Rodrigo Grande's At the End of the Tunnel, which is a wonderful suspense-filled Hitchcockian thriller from Argentina, if I didn't say Argentina, about a wheelchair-using man who begins to suspect his neighbors, including the single mother he's kind of developing feelings for, are planning a bank heist by tunneling underneath his home. It maintains this incredible sense of tension throughout, and there's wonderful camera work and chemistry between the leads. It won the 2017 Golden Space Needle Audience Award for both Best Film and Best Director, and it's just a super fun time at the cinema. As an added bonus, Virtual SIFF Cinema will be hosting a special Q&A for the film on June 10th with Rodrigo and members of his cast and crew, so you should check that film out and then join us then. Finally, I want to close with one of my favorite SIFF films and memories, which is the film is Sorry to Bother You, directed by Boots Riley, his debut feature, which is kind of a no-holds-back black comedy that weaves together Riley's personal takes on race and class with an encyclopedia of film references in order to tell the story of a young black employee at a telemarketing firm whose fortunes start to go on the rise when he begins to use his white voice at work. It's wild and woolly and inventive, and it played our 2018 Centerpiece Gala. Boots was there in attendance, and after which he gave us a very insightful Q&A, and then we all went out to the Centerpiece Gala and then an after party and just tore up the dance floor, and it is still, in my mind, one of the best SIFF evenings and parties ever that I've had. The night is one of my all-time favorite memories, and I think about it often, and I wanted to close with that memory and bring that to you. I hope that these films provide you with some great viewing. And remember to keep checking back for more of our virtual programming on the website, siff.net/virtual, and I can't wait to see you all again in person so we can create some more of these memories. Until then, be well. I miss you. Okay, take care.